Hey guys, Solomon here. Welcome back to Let's Play Prison Architect. Last time I was running out of money in preparation for a laundry room for my prison. But since last time, we've actually had an update to Alpha 11, which actually makes laundry not as critical an issue. As it turns out, it's now so that even if clothing starts to get into the red here as it is right now, I don't have to worry because prisoners will no longer riot over dirty clothing alone. No, something else has to be, like, pretty high up there in, like, the critical range or something before they'll actually start to riot, so I don't have to worry about clothing anymore, which is just as good, because I've kind of ruined my, prison at the moment. I mean, yes, it is possible to recover from this. I have only $2,000 left, but I only need one to hire the security chief here. So I have $1,111 left. He'll start working on deployment, and eventually I can get my laundry room set up. However, given how little money I'm making per day, I'm not going to be able to set up any real fast means of making money fast. I'd have to wait, like, probably a few in-game weeks, which will take a really long time. So, to kind of make things a little more concise, let's actually go back in time a little bit. I've actually gone back to this save here. I made this save between episodes 6 and 7, right before I made Cell Block A. Well, I went back to this save, and pretty much went ahead and built Cell Block A all over again, and made this the new save. So this is basically going back in time to just after I finished episode 7, before I started episode 8, except with a few differences. For one, I've actually fixed the shower room now. We have enough shower heads for these guys. Over here, I haven't actually started on the laundry room yet, and that's not really a huge issue at this point because, well, yeah, I don't need the laundry room yet. Don't have a visitor center yet, and we still need offices for these two guys, the maintenance worker and the security chief, the head of maintenance. I don't know what he's called, sorry. It's been a little bit since I played this game, but in any case, we're pretty much set up now for a slightly different set of priorities here, so let me pause the game so I can talk about it. Basically, my current list of priorities is, instead of setting up laundry, since I'm going to need to ensure that I will have enough money to do everything I want to do, I'm going to aim to finish this contract for Cell Block A, or in this case what's going to be Cell Blocks A and B, and get myself an extra $10,000. So to do that, I need to finish Cell Block B. So let's go ahead and start taking care of this. Let's go ahead and take this holding cell. We're going to dismantle everything in it except for the toilets. I'm going to go into utilities mode. I'm going to dismantle all these utilities here. For some reason, it is not letting me click and drag a square, but oh well. And that should allow me to start working on clearing this area out for some actual cells. So, that said, let's get the Wally workers on the job. They're all trapped up here in the room. Why are you not doing your jobs? Let me see what's going on here. Nope, they're going to get to it, I think. Okay, here we go. So, let's see. Do I only have 4 of these guys? I could have sworn I had an extra one somewhere. Huh. Let me check my reports real quickly. Staff. No, I have 5. Huh. Oh yeah, and I can just see where they all are. Okay, well... Okay, fine. I'll open the door so you can dismantle it. Alright. So yeah, my current priority, let's just get Cell Block B taken care of so that I can get this $10,000 and also increase my daily cash flow. Because it'll be really nice to have that extra cash flow, honestly. Alright, so let's go start setting up the cell blocks here. The cells, I mean. It's basically going to be a mirror of this cell area right here. So let's just start mirroring that right here. So in go the walls. Alright. Let's go to utilities mode. Unfortunately, we do not get these pipes back after dismantling them. They're gone forever, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. They're $2 a pipe. It's not that big a deal. So we'll go ahead and build in these new pipes here. These should get our toilets up and running soon enough. And now we're going to go to objects. Gonna get some beds. And let's start giving these guys some place to sleep when they eventually arrive tomorrow. Okay, and we want some toilets as well. 1, 2, 3. You see, this is why I placed those toilets there earlier. Pre-planning. So that I could convert this holding cell into a set of jail cells later. Hooray! Hooray for pre-planning. You know, I could actually almost set up another set of cell blocks, but, yeah, I probably shouldn't. Not until I have a much better cash flow going. So, we'll hold off on that for now. Let's just focus on getting these cell blocks up and running. Alright, so let's go ahead and start dismantling some lights. Because I want to place these similarly to how I placed them here. So it's like in a particular spot in the cell. You know, just for conciseness. Let me just check something in utilities mode here. No, that still works. I don't know. Is there a light right there? I can't tell. Yes, there is. Dismantle that light. We don't want that light there. Okay, so I guess I made a few small mistakes when I was setting up the cells last time while I was trying to do catch-up. Let's go to planning and actually clear some of this stuff. Don't need all this. Looks a little better now. Go on planning mode. Let's see what these guys are doing. He walked through a wall again. I swear, these workers are ninjas. To be honest, I really don't mind that. I would honestly love if I had a workforce composed entirely of ninjas. I mean, that would be the most awesome workforce ever. Ugh. So, let's see. I could put in the jail doors right now, but I'm gonna wait until these guys have got everything else set up, because I don't want these guys to get stuck behind the jail doors and I'd have to keep opening and closing the doors just to make sure that they get their jobs done. So, no thank you. We're gonna wait on that. So, let's see. How are you guys doing here? Now, one thing I did also notice from the previous episode, for when I eventually set up my visitation center again, I am probably going to have to put in a metal detector. Now, this may seem like a strange thing, but I did notice that the visitors... Oh, well, we got visitors coming in tomorrow. That's good. But I did notice that they do not actually set off the metal detectors. You cannot actually search family members. It has to be when these guys go through the metal detectors that you actually search them. So, that said, to make sure that they don't sneak contraband out of the visitor center after the family members sneak it in, I'm going to need a metal detector in the visitation center. So, that's one of my next priorities, now that I've reminded myself here, thankfully. So, let's see, we got all our prisoners out here, getting ready to eat. Have not all my prisoners... what happened to all the... Oh, okay, I guess these are the guys who have finished eating. Okay, that's good. That's good. And this tells me how many meals I have and how many have fully eaten. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how the system works is all. As you can see, we did have an update, and it's updated some of this stuff up top. It looks pretty nice. Oh, it specifies how many we have in normal security, how many guards. I don't know. Every time I play this game, I learn something new, and why not? You know, it'd probably help if I remember to put down some lights in here. That might really help make sure that these guys have something to see. Yeah, there we go. Again, utilities mode. I think I'm gonna have to, like, put one thing of electrical cable down right there to ensure that we get some proper lighting throughout this whole cell block. At least that's my call on it. How'd you end up Oh, come on. Really? Whatever. Whatever. You know what? This is taking forever. Let's speed this up. I suppose one thing I should also say is that I did change the regiment somewhat. I've actually fixed it now, so these guys will get 7 hours of sleep, 1 hour of shower time, and 1 hour to eat. So at the moment, I think this will work, but I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. I'm not too worried about the guys coming in, about them needing anything to eat yet, because they'll be arriving at around 8 a.m., and that'll be after the eating hour, and they should already come in fully fed, so as far as I'm concerned, I shouldn't have to worry about that. And actually, these guys are just about done here, so that's good. Is that guy getting a light? No, he is not, so we'll wait for that electrical cable to go in. In the meantime, let's go ahead and put some jail doors in, so that we can fully designate these as cells. So for about $6,000, a little less than that actually, like $5,500 or something, I've more or less completed cell block B using the holding cell that I had before. Not too shabby. And here he comes with the electrical cable. And with that, I should hopefully get that $10,000 grant. Oh, of course, I should probably also, like, make these actual cells. That'd probably help, too. So, let's make these cells as they complete the rooms. Actually, this one doesn't have a bed yet. Ah, great. Oh, yeah, that light's there. That's probably gonna cause some hindrance, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Wrong tab. Cells. This is a cell. This is a cell. This is a cell. That's a cell. Cell 3. Cell 7. And there you go. We got our grant. Hooray! I am now much better off than I was before. This is like a lot more than what I had before. Oh, and there's the autosave. Alright. So that ought to put me in a pretty good position for at least a little while. So as we start to creep up upon 10:30 here, the prisoners are eventually going to start going to bed, and we have our next set of cell blocks ready. We'll be able to hold 16 prisoners, and hopefully we won't have any troubles tomorrow. My current goal is to not get too far ahead on like anything else at the moment, like deployment and prison labor. Those things are secondary at this point until I can ensure that my prison can actually handle 16 prisoners. So, to ensure that, I'm definitely going to have to get 4 more guards. I might have to get 2 more cooks. I'm not sure if there's enough cookers here for all the people here. So what I might have to do tomorrow, once I get my extra funding and everything overnight, because I will get an extra $300 at midnight, I'll just have to see how everything plays out and try my best to squeeze out as much money as I can before things get any crazier. And these guys are already asleep. Huh. Okay, well, they went to bed a little early. Oh well, that's fine. So, hopefully nothing will go wrong in the middle of the night. They're taking care of sleep. Their hygiene is kind of getting up there, but, well, I've taken care of the shower situation. They shouldn't have any problems come morning. Alright, so while these guys are sleeping, what can I do right now? Materials. Dirt. Wasn't there grass? Walk speed slow. Alright, that's right. I forgot. I should have probably talked about this earlier. There's certain tiles you can use in your prison. So, like, you got wooden floors, you got grass, you got all this stuff here. And this determines walking speed, I guess? I don't know. In any case, it's all a little bit on the expensive side, at least concerning the current size of my prison. So, that said, I'm gonna wait a little bit before I actually make any of this. For the time being, it'll just be like a small secondary priority. Once I got everything else set up, we can worry about that. Let's see. Power is looking okay. Kind of getting a little high, but I think you'll be fine for maybe a little longer. So these guys are sleeping. What should I work on? Probably the visitation center. I'm actually going to pause here because I actually need to put something else in here to consider. Basically, I'm going to make like this the visitation center. It's still going to be the visitation center. A little strange because I'm going to be putting in a closet here. Quite specifically, it will be a future cleaning cupboard. Has to be at least 3 by 3. Has to be indoors. And this is basically one of the things I'll be doing once I set up deployment, is that I'll be having my prisoners clean up the prison. So, Let's see, this should be fine enough, but I'm just trying to figure out in my head here if there will be enough room for all the tables or whatnot. Or if maybe I should shrink this a bit. I'm trying to picture in my mind how this would best set up. Not very well, as appearing. If I do that, though, there'd still be room for 5 visitation tables, and room for a cupboard of 3x5. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Alright, we'll try this. We'll try this, so let's go ahead and start building this now. Unpause, so that we get some time progression going. So we aren't waiting forever for the guys to wake up from their slumber. Hopefully they won't be too disturbed by all the construction going on right outside the wall here. Let's see. Go ahead and put this wall in as well. 4x5 cleaning cupboard. That's not too bad. I guess I don't have to put those walls in right now, but I might as well since I'm doing this one little block at a time. Oh! Well, there you go. I just got $300. Yay. Let's see. I want to have a metal detector here. Now, where were those again? Here they are. Put one there. Utilities. $100, and so about $1,100. I have a hard time counting, but that's because it's like 10 o'clock at the moment, for me personally. I do bad at math when it's a late hour. Let's go ahead and put down a visitation table. One there. We only need one at the moment, but I might as well put down a second one for just convenience sake at the moment. Let's go ahead and designate these rooms here. So this will be visitation. Uh-oh. And now this room's suddenly gone dark. So let's go ahead and put in... Well, I think once these cables go in, we should be fine. Yeah, once those go in, we'll be fine. So let's just wait for them to put those in before I put down any more cables. Let's see, what else? What else should I do while these guys are still asleep? Let's clear the CEO letter. Yeah, it says the same thing. I was just checking to make sure that it did. Great. Good. Good! Alright. So... Oh dear. That's not good. I guess we have to wait for this to be powered up before everything else does. There we go. Haha! Visitation Center is now online. So, let's see. This will be a cleaning cupboard. Where was that again? It was right here. Unfortunately, visitation overlaps that, but it doesn't matter, does it? Alright. I guess I should put a door there or something. Alright. So let's see, what else do I need to do now? Got ourselves a cleaning cupboard, we got ourselves visitation room. Because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, I think it'd be a safe idea to maybe go ahead and build my solitary confinement in. So, let me pause for a moment so I can think of how I'm going to do this. Let's see.